Hello children, today we are going to see comparison of adjectives unit 14 from your English language textbook. Before I begin with the chapter, I hope you all know the meaning of adjective. Now children, adjectives are describing words and adjectives are used to compare people, places, objects and ideas. And according to the degree of comparison, adjectives have been classified as positive, comparative and superlative. So let's see positive degree. Now the positive degree of an adjective simply describes a single person, animal, object, place or group without changing form. For example, Radhika is smart. So here children, smart is the positive form of adjective as it is referring to one person, that is Radhika. Then we come to the second example, that is, it is a useful exercise. Now children, useful is the positive form of adjective here as it is describing about one kind of exercise. So now let us move to the comparative degree. Now the comparative degree compares two nouns with each other. For example, if I say, her house is bigger than my house. So children, you see it here that two objects are being compared. And it is being said that her house is bigger than my house. So the comparative form of adjective which is used here is bigger. Then we move on to superlative degree. Now the superlative degree compares more than two nouns. So in order to have or form superlative form of adjective, we should have more than two objects, places, person, etc. So for example, if I say his house is the biggest of all. So here we have three objects, that is more than two, we are having three objects. So the superlative form of adjective which is used is biggest. Next we can change the positive form of adjective to comparative form of adjective by adding er. Not in all the cases, but in many of the cases we can change the positive form to comparative form by adding er. For example, fast. Fast is the word having short syllable. So short syllable means one or two syllables. So the words having one or two syllables can be transformed into comparative form by adding er. Suppose example, fast is the positive word. It can be turned to comparative form by adding er, that is faster. And the words having more than two syllables, we use more before that word in the comparative form. For example, beautiful, we add before beautiful more and transform it into comparative form of adjective. Now, likewise, in case of superlative degree, the word fast can be changed into superlative degree by just adding est. And in case of long adjectives, that means the words having more than two syllables, we add most before that adjective. For example, beautiful, the positive form in superlative form will convert to most beautiful. And another thing to be noted, children, is that in comparative form, after writing the comparative adjective, we have to write than. That is, if we use the word of comparative form, that is smarter, then we have to write than. So in comparative form, after the adjective, it is followed by than. And in case of superlative, before the superlative degree of adjective, we have to write the. For example, the smartest, the most beautiful. So, in case of superlative degree, the comes before the superlative degree word. And in case of comparative degree, than is followed by the comparative form of adjective. So, children, we also see that the comparative and superlative degrees of some adjectives are irregular in forms. Irregular in forms means, suppose we have the word fast. So the comparative form will be faster and the comparative and the superlative form will be fastest. But in some irregular forms, we cannot transform the positive word just like faster and fastest. So there are a list of words or the adjectives which do not have regular, comparative and superlative forms. So for that we have to memorize those lists of irregular, comparative and superlatives. For example, here it shows good. So the comparative form is not gooder or goodest, but it is better is the comparative and superlative is best. Next, again for well, the comparative form is better and superlative form is best. So children, you need to memorize these words. So I hope you have understood the meaning of comparison of adjectives, positive, comparative and